all right, buddy, today's the day. We're going to do this thing. I want you to get in there. I want you to do your thing. And I want you to get out. All right? I don't want to see any fancy moves. I don't want to see you trying anything new. You just hit it and quit it and get out. All right? And definitely no cuddling. You got me? Hello Tarantula lovers, I'm Alex and you're watching Tarantula Haven. Sorry I missed last week. School started back up and I was busy preparing for that, so I didn't get a chance to make a video. Yes, school is back. I'm face to face with students and it is every bit as scary as I thought it would be. I am concerned for my welfare. I am safeguarding as much as possible, wearing my mask and trying to social distance, but it's very difficult with classrooms full of kids that do not know how to social distance. So that is a very genuine concern of mine, but I'm dealing with it, so hopefully everything will be okay. Today is kind of special because I am pairing my GBB, and it's kind of special for the person who sent me his mail, and I'll give you the backstory behind that a little bit later. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. My green bottle blue, I've raised her from a tiny sling, and she is an adult now, and I've been approached by a subscriber who wanted to know if I wanted to have his mail so I can pair him with her. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Before we get into that, I got a little bit of housekeeping to do and then we'll get on with it. So before I get going, there is something I wanted to share with you. I got a letter here, and the letter comes from Jojo of JoJo's Exo Cavern, and we kind of got to know each other through the Tarantula YouTuber Saturday Night Takeaway and through Facebook and stuff, and we've kind of formed a little group where we talk and have a good time talking to each other. But they kind of have this thing going on where they send stickers back and forth to each other, and she wrote me a little letter. She says, "To Alex, I love how you have become one of the crew. You're so amazing and support everyone. You get my weird banter and you're not afraid to give it back. I just love you. Classy, bougie, ratchet, stay awesome. Love, Jojo." So that was very sweet of her. I don't know, is being called ratchet a good thing? I thought it was a bad thing. Anyway, she had sent me some stickers before with Kieran's package that he sent me, so I got some more of those, and I like her stickers. They're very nice looking, but these are the ones that I really wanted, and these are the holographic stickers, so they're really cool. And she complained because I posted something on Instagram where I had started putting them on my refrigerator, and then I showed my laptop where I had some from Everything Exotic, and she says, "Why don't you have one of mine on my on your laptop?" And so now that I've got one of these, I will put that on my laptop as well. So thank you so much for that, Jojo. If you haven't checked out her channel, I highly encourage it. I will post a link down below so you can check out JoJo's Exo Cavern. Now, the next order of business, I was challenged to do a t-shirt challenge by Kieran of Alternative Inverts. And well, let me just show you what the t-shirt challenge is.
There we go. I'm going to nominate Alex from Tarantula Haven. Sorry dude, but we're sending it across the pond.
Yeah, Kieran, I appreciate the challenge there, that you think I could possibly do it, but I'm going to have to turn you down. I respectfully decline to do that challenge. In case you haven't noticed, I am a little bit on the large side, and I'm not about to take my shirt off and on video. Not to mention, I don't know if I can support my body weight like that, so I'll probably end up with a broken wrist or something. So I respectfully decline. Hopefully your other challenger will do his, but I am not going to do that. So let's talk about the GBBs. The mail comes to me from Ella and Matt of Fuquay, Varina, North Carolina. I hope I said that correctly. He gave me a pronunciation, and hopefully I pronounced it right. But yeah, Matt approached me on Instagram. He's a subscriber and they watch my channel, and he wanted to know if I wanted his male green bottle blue. I guess he'd seen that I have a female and that she'd gotten pretty large and ready to breed. So I'm not exactly sure what exactly got that going, but he wanted to know if I wanted to breed him to my female. And you know, he'd grown quite attached to it. He'd raised it from a 3/4 inch sling, and of course it matured. And that's kind of always a little bit of a depressing thing for tarantula keepers, because we know that when our males mature, that they're at the end of their life cycle and they don't have much longer to live. So he really didn't want anything out of it, except for maybe a few slings or something. And I promised him a t-shirt and some stickers and stuff. But you know, he just wanted to make sure that he lived out the rest of his days and did what he was intended to do. And I understand completely. I sent off my Carabiner Versicolor, and I had raised him from a tiny sling, and it was just kind of heartbreaking to send him off knowing that I would never see him again, but knowing that he was going to pass on his genes and possibly produce more babies. So that was a comforting thing for me, rather than just have him in an enclosure to just live out his days and die. So yeah, I took him. I was willing to take him and see if I could pair him to my green bottle blue. And he's got a 15-year-old daughter, Ella, who also has tarantulas, just like my own daughter. So he wanted to score some cool dad points for that. So kudos to you. I love that people are getting together with their children and raising tarantula, because it is an awesome hobby. So I am going to do my best to pair them and to keep him alive, because green bottle blues are notorious for eating the males. At least that's what I hear, but I've seen plenty of videos where it doesn't turn out so well. So I am nervous about this. It is something that I've been preparing for. My female was about to molt when he asked me, so I knew that she was in pre-molt. Her colors were real dull. She'd been webbing up her enclosure and stuff. So I said, you know, go ahead and send them, because the earlier the better. That way I'll have them here when she does molt and I can prep for it. So he sent them to me June 24th. So I've had them for 2 months now, and she molted probably a good 3-4 weeks after I got them. And then, of course, it took a little while before she would start eating again. So she was kind of slow about it. I think it took about 1.5 weeks. And I guess that's about right. 1 week to 1.5 weeks before they'll start taking prey again. And she finally did. So I've been fattening her up, and hopefully I fed her last night. So hopefully I got her to the point where she is not going to see him as prey. And I got my fingers crossed, and I'm hoping and praying, and I'm hoping that we can produce an egg sac and have lots and lots of little babies. So thank you so much, Ella and Matt, for the contribution. Let's hope that it turns out well. And I'm going to shut up, and here is the pairing video. Chromatopelma cyanopubescens, commonly known as the green bottle blue. This is a favorite among many hobbyists because they're just a good all-around tarantula, and I would consider them to be a good beginner species, mostly because they are very hardy, they're not moisture dependent, they like it relatively dry, and they are just feisty. They have an awesome feeding response, and they are just beautiful to look at. They're out on display, and they make incredible webs. I don't have to tell you that I'm a little bit nervous about this one, because he is probably 2/3 the size of my female, and the females are supposed to be pretty cannibalistic toward the males. Now, I don't know how much of that is true, but I have seen videos where it does not turn out so well, so I am a little bit concerned about that. And I figured the best way to get him into her enclosure rather than have him try to climb up the side or anything like that is for me to put a piece of wood there and then put that piece of wood in her enclosure. That way I can have him in there and it could serve as a ramp for him to escape if he needs to. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm badgering him at this point. I actually sped up the footage a little bit. What I'm trying to do is nudge him down gently so that he can at least touch the webbing and sense her. And after that, things should kind of take care of themselves. And I did not expect him to do that jump right there. I almost screwed up big time because if she had been in food mode, she would have pounced on him immediately. But fortunately, it doesn't seem like that. She didn't move at all. So that's a really good sign. And of course, you see me there with the tongs at the ready. So right here, I am a little bit concerned because he's touching the webbing, and usually that's enough for him to pick up the pheromones and detect that she's there. But the fact that he's just sitting still and not really vibrating or drumming or anything like that, which is typical behavior of most males. I've never bred GBBs, so I don't know if this is typical of a GBB, but it's a little bit disheartening to see that he is not reacting the way I think he should. And this is not exactly a good position for him to be in. I'm concerned that he might fall on top of him and surprise her and may trigger a feed reaction. So I'm really scared here, and I'm kind of concerned. I am ready with the tongs off camera, but yeah, I don't want him to fall down on her. Well, that was an excellent sign, the fact that she's drumming. Not what I expected. I figured he would do most of the drumming up front, but she started drumming before he did. And now he knows she's there, and we are starting something. And this is a really good thing. She is being very responsive and not being the least bit aggressive toward him at all. Whoa, let's watch that again. And that's a really good sign that insertion did take place. She is scratching her abdomen, or her underside of her abdomen. So that tells me that she's a little bit uncomfortable there where he got insertion. Oh yeah, and as she turns around, you can definitely see that white area right there in the dark abdomen. That is the epigynom, and the fact that it is open like that means that he definitely got insertion and got the sperm in. And he is such a good boy. I didn't even have to chase him around the table or use a catch cup or anything. He just casually walked around the table after he ran out of the enclosure, and now he is walking back into his enclosure. I didn't even have to do any work. He's doing it all for me.
Boy, that was intense. Can you believe that? I'd never paired GBBs before. I had seen plenty of videos. I've watched lots and lots of videos on it. Some of them that didn't turn out so well, so I was kind of nervous about it. Every time I see anything about pairing green bottle blues, I always read and see that they are notorious for eating the males. But that wasn't the case here. She was pretty well fed, and she was actually very receptive to them, which was, you know, good. It was surprising to me, but it was a good thing. She did everything that she was supposed to do. She was ready. I did not think he was ready. When he first got in there, I thought, oh, wow, this is not going to turn out so well because he's not drumming, he's not trembling and vibrating and doing all the stuff that you usually see with most tarantulas. But he knew exactly what he was doing. I could not believe that. He was very slick. He's one slick tarantula, I'll give you that. He did an awesome job. He got down there, and it seemed like to me like he was going to be intimidated and he wasn't going to do anything. But he'd get in there real close and almost get to it, but then he'd back off. And he'd get it again, and he'd back off. And he kept doing this over and over. 2 hours of this. And then finally, when he got her in position, when he finally got her far enough out, boom, he got it. And it was like instant, and slammed her up against the glass and everything. I thought, wow, that was weird. So it was quick when it happened, but the whole buildup was pretty intense. And here now, I'm glad I got the footage of the confirmation too, when you see the female scratching her belly like that, and the fact that she turned up her belly, her abdomen, and you can see the epigynom and how it was open, and you can actually see where it was inserted. So that is a dead giveaway. When you see that, you know for sure 100% that he got insertion. So now let's just wait and see. I may try to pair them again, but there really is no need. I think that it was successful, and we just wait and see if she produces an egg sac, and then hopefully she'll take care of that egg sac, and hopefully we'll get some baby GBBs. If we do, Matt, just let me know. I'll send you however many you want out of the sac, and I'm just hoping and praying that it turns out. I would love nothing better than to successfully produce green bottle blues. So thank you, Ella and Matt, for your contribution. That was a very awesome experience for me. That's something that I've definitely dreamed of doing. Hopefully I can produce some GBBs, and I hope it was just as wonderful an experience for you. And I haven't forgotten my 10,000 subscribers, so I am planning a giveaway, and I'm getting ready to do that real soon. I've ordered some merch, and I've gotten some stuff in. In fact, the last piece of the stuff that I'm giving away just came in today. So I'm really excited about that, and I'll probably do that in the very near future. I also haven't forgotten my Patreon. I'm still working on that. It's a little bit more involved than I realized, so I'm making sure that I do everything right before I release anything like that. So I've been doing a lot of thinking about that, and it's kind of difficult with all the stuff I have going on with school and everything, but that'll come real soon as well. And don't forget to check out JoJo's Exo Cavern. She's a very funny person. She's got a lot of cool stuff going on over there, especially when she opens up tarantulas and she has absolutely no idea what they are. But she just takes it all in stride and deals with it. So that's what makes her so cool. Definitely check her out. I've got a link down below where you can check out her channel. Go over there and subscribe and give her a like and tell her Tarantula Haven sent you. And that's it for me today. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to support this channel, I have a Teespring store where I sell Tarantula Haven merchandise. All the proceeds will go directly to help grow and support this channel. Until next time, keep loving them tarantulas.